Design London, a 3-week study abroad program in London, United Kingdom, sponsored by the Department of Human-Centered Design and Engineering at the University of Washington. Study abroad offers a unique experience that can transform design education. Leaving the classroom behind for London introduces students to new ways of designing in the world. Students explored various dimensions of experience, including London's pocket parks, the urban canal system, tourist selfies, and street stickering subcultures. Through hands-on making, students learn to look past wireframes and screens in exchange for designing experiences.
I thought of our process as design in reverse. So instead of starting with a user and a problem and a situation and a context, you started with none of that and you said, what can I come up with? We began with a room, rearranged and tipped tables and chairs over to influence how people move throughout it. Definitely not your traditional design class. Using design as a tool to try to discover new things. This is an awesome way to just keep learning, but this is a different type of learning. It's an experience and different moments with people and with places.
One day my group and I were just walking along the canal and helping people go through the locks, and we came across this young woman, Jess. My teammates and I offered to help her with the locks, and we got to get to know her a little bit. The boat she was driving actually had been a speakeasy for the summer, so just getting on this boat and taking our research from kind of observing the canal and observing life on it to actually being on the canal on a boat was kind of one of the most exciting things. And then just talking to Jess, we got to learn all about her experiences and how kind of the canal shaped London for her. I think it's the most fun I've ever had doing research, but also I think the research I did and the data my team collected felt really valuable.
Kat Holmes in her book, Mismatched, talks a lot about what actions are people doing in public spaces, and that was really interesting to us. Our project ended up being about the transformational nature of pocket parks and how they're transforming communities, just like the concept transformed us. What our project was before and what the project ended up being was completely different. And I think a lot of the growth for my lab mate and I think it came from a lot of that change. And it surprised us a lot in the direction of the project and how it kind of had a body of its own and a story of its own that kind of came out of it that we really didn't plan for.
Your team got kind of focused attention. You know, it wasn't just, I'm going to critique you to critique you and bring you down. It was going to be, okay, let's figure out how we can go up from here, but also in a very playful way. You have that freedom to kind of try and fail and try again, because your professors will be there to support you and give you that feedback. It makes you more willing to be okay with risk and taking risks in your designs. I loved going to the Tate Modern and seeing Olafur Eliasson's exhibit. It was really fun and whimsical, but at the same time, in the end of the exhibit, there was a lot about kind of environmentalism and thinking about our place in the world. Okay, now how can I look at myself and think about where I fit in and what my impact might be? You know, what is this design work doing in the space we're doing it, but also how can we bring it out to the world beyond ourselves?
Tate Modern was very fun. Like the projects we were doing in the classroom, these were all abstracted works of art in a way, and they were all very experiential. And I remember the mirror room that everybody loved. What could possibly make people walk into a room and immediately lie flat on their backs without telling them anything? And I thought, obviously, a mirror on the ceiling.
This study abroad reminded me how much I love making, how to build something with my hands from scratch.
I think it really changed the way I think about design and design thinking, and it'll also help define what I really want to learn. And I think it's helped me pivot into more of the laser cutting and all these cool things that people are doing around me. I think really influence what I want to focus on next with my design career.
Design London gives students the freedom to imagine, to express, and to grow through design making. These practices are essential for design education today. With this preparation, they can begin to make meaningful contributions to the intellectual, ethical, and business challenges of the 21st century.